Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Haut Beyleron here in Farming Simulator 22 with me, CWATTY. It is the last day of October for me, currently in game. It's the start of a new day. There's a couple of jobs we need to get doing today. First thing first, I need to restart my Massey Ferguson over here on his auto-drivey stuff. Coursplay's had an update, by the way, folks, if you hadn't noticed, which gives you this annoying, annoying new menu. That's the best way I can put it. This annoying new thing that's always present on the screen. I don't know how you turn that off. That's a bit annoying, really. Right. Auto drive, we're going to put this guy back on his 6 selling courses to sell me some straw. Right. Leave him to do that. I need to try and see if I can fertilise my wheat field. I'm going to try. I'm also going to try playing with controller today, folks. However, I believe how annoying I have to keep moving this thing. Am I going to have to do that for every single vehicle? Of course I am, because, you know, wouldn't make sense that it would just save the position once. Courseplay devs, if you're watching, remove this stupid thing, or at least let us turn it off, please. I don't like clutter on the screens. But yes, I'm going to be playing a little bit with the steering wheel today. I've got me Thrustmaster set up now to work with the game, so I can drive a little bit more consistently. I also appreciate that you might get a little bit more background noise with me using the wheel. The mic might pick up that noise. I apologise for that. Right, and I'm just going to basically drive along and see if it will let me add the second stage of fertiliser to my wheat field. Got the trees removed. I then need to go down to the new field and fertilise, put one stage fertilising on that. I'll also show you a little problem I've run into with that new field 34, that I was mulching and cultivating in the last video, and lime spreading and everything. The one that I plan to put grapes on, I'll show you the little problem I've run into with that field. Help if I was behind my fertiliser spreader. hope this is putting second stage fertiliser down. It's difficult to check. Yes, it is. Good. Good. So yeah, this will get this field finished. I think this is the last field I need to do anything with. Of my own. Obviously can't do anything with the oilseed radish fields until next year. Or in the winter. Yeah, it's all going quite well so far on the map. I think we might get one more mowing done in November. We'll have to wait and see. Which would be nice if I can get the grass mowed again. Alright, quick check. Just got a little bit left of the field to do. Tiny piece. But yeah, I set my Thrustmaster steering wheel up with the game yesterday or Friday, as I'm recording this on Sunday, and it's been a little bit weird, I must admit. Setting up the wheel with this game has not been easy. I've run into a couple of issues. It might only be with my specific wheel that I encounter this problem. Other people might not encounter it if they use other brands of wheels. But with my Thrustmaster wheel, I have the problem where if I go into the main menu, obviously to change the screens and cycle through the different screens, you've got to press LB or RB. My wheel doesn't have those buttons. Doesn't have anything even resembling LB and RB, and there's nowhere in the keybind menu. By the way, I'm doing this with gamepad at the minute to illustrate this. There's nowhere in here in the keybinds where you can rebind the navigate menu option. So I can't actually navigate the main menu, the game menu, with my wheel. Okay, that seems like a bit of a design flaw there, Giants, that you've missed out controller rebinding for certain functions. Another issue I have with the wheel, and I also have this with game controller as well, as I've probably mentioned before in the series, I can't actually get out of the start menu, the game menu, by pressing the menu button. On controller, I have to hit the circle button or the B button, which of course then has the annoying issue of enabling cruise control straight away on your tractor if you've rebound your key controls. If you haven't rebound your controls, you will hire an AI worker when you exit the game menu. I don't know why Giants haven't enabled it so that you can exit the menu by pressing the same button as you used to open the menu, you know? It would have been really nice and really useful and really helpful if we could just press start to open and close the menu. So I've submitted a bug report about that. I've submitted a bug issue because it's annoying, and I hope they can fix it in a patch. Our silage is 57% fermented. Okay, keep checking. We're probably not going to get to do much of that. Right, let's have a drive over to the new field that I purchased in the last video to show you what I consider to be maybe a little bit of an issue with that field. Or it's kind of, well, it's kind of kiboshed my plans a little bit. Obviously what I plan to do with that field is kind of on hold at the minute. So I've got the field limed, I've got it cultivated. Okay, I'm now doing first stage fertilizer on the field. This all is obviously, you know, all makes sense. You know, we're all used to this at this point in time. This is great. This is great stuff. My camera keeps drifting. I'm not sure why that is. Again, setting up the wheel, trying to set up the axis in the game menu. Right, we'll just park here off the road. Right, and we'll hop out of the tractor. So on this field, it is my plan to put down grapes. And I was like, oh, that's going to be awesome. I can do that. That's going to be not terribly difficult to do. You know, you just go in here, you go into animal, now you go into production, you go to orchards, you grab your grapevines, you come over to your field and you go, right, I want to place that there, drag me bushes out, I want to place them over here, but oh look, I'm not allowed to place my grapevines in October. Seriously, game? I can't plant my grapes ready? Okay, so when can we plant grapes then, folks? March. Okay, that's a long time away then. Can't really do much about that then, can I? Unfortunately. We'll have to wait till March to plant the grapes. So that field is now on hold. And I'm going to come back to the farm. There's auto drive. Keep selling the straw, young man. Keep selling the straw. Right, we've got £247,000 in the bank. That's a nice bit of money. Nice bit of money. Just debating whether we need any more equipment. Well, we could do with our own plant, our own seeder. Having our own seeder at some point, because obviously I'm still leasing that seeder. That seeder is still rented. I'm going to have a quick check on the animals situation. I'm going to check on our sheep and our chickens, make sure they're all okay and they've got food and all that good stuff. So chickens have 5,802 litres of food, they're 100% healthy, and we have 650 chickens. Very good. We don't have any eggs because obviously eggs are auto sold. We've got some wool. I think we'll wait a bit longer for the wool. Okay, we have 60 sheep. They're 100% healthy, and we have 51,812 litres of food. Okay. So, yeah, chickens. They're going to need a little bit of food in the winter. Whereas, looks like our sheeps. I wonder if we should buy more sheeps. We've only got 60. I'm wondering if we should maybe get a few more. Maybe some baby ones, some lambs. They wouldn't really survive the winter though, would they? Let's think about this. What can we get? We can get 8-month-old ones. You know what? I'm not going to buy them yet. Because those ones are only 10 months old. I want a bit more of an age gap, so I will get them possibly in December or maybe even January. And then there'll be a bit of a staggered gap between the older sheeps and the younger sheeps. Okay, so I'm not going to buy any more sheeps yet, but I will be getting more sheeps. I can assure you. We will get more sheeps. Is that a lump in my field? That's a lump in the field. Right, we need to smooth that. I'm glad I spotted that. Lump gone. Good. Lump has been removed. Right, I guess we could check on our productions. I know my greenhouse here is doing okay. We've got a couple of pallets of lettuces coming out. The other crops are all just being sold as and when we sell the other stuff. Let's go check on the beehives. They've probably got a lot of honey. Yeah, we've got a lot of honey. So, just shift those. There we go. Honey sold. Right, let's go find my truck, which is down here at the grain mill. And we want to get maybe some more flour sold. We've got a bit of flour, hopefully. Weirdly, I don't think the bakery accepts it all though. Because I've delivered a load there, and because the bakery is a production sell point, it seems to have issues processing the stored stuff when it's not owned and actually a production. So as a sell point, it's a little bit limiting. Is it going to produce any more pallets for me? One. Okay. Let's think. Flour. Where are we going to go for that? It's saying... No, it's not saying the bakery. It is saying the Fermier's farm shop. Okie dokie. Well, we'll have a drive up to the farm shop. We know we don't have a lot of flour, and it probably would have been, we would have been better off waiting. But ultimately, I think this is pretty much what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of months in game. There's not a whole lot of stuff to do at this point. Like I say, my fields are all pretty much taken care of. There's only ploughing and cultivating contracts, which you've seen me do loads of times. So I'm not in a mad rush to do loads of those contracts, certainly not on camera. There's some spraying contracts out there for weeds as well, but again, kind of not tempted to do that because of having to buy herbicide at great expense to myself. Really decreases the value. The contracts look a good deal. You look at the contract screen and you think to yourself, oh wow, look at that, look at that, $2,795 for spraying. You know, oh, £11,339 for spraying. £5,560 for spraying, £4,543 for spraying. That's a fantastic price, really great value. Until you think to yourself, hang on a minute, I've got to buy herbicide at $2,400 for a pallet, single pallet. Yeah, those contracts suddenly don't become that great value. And you've got to think about that. You've really got to think about that before you accept contracts, especially ones which require you to use products, fertilizer, seed, herbicide, because they might be loss leaders in the end for you. I mean, that like you say, you do that contract, £2,795. By the time you've paid $2,400 for the pallet of herbicide, you're making $395, pounds, euros, whatever. You're only making $395, and then it's the time to do the job. It's the wear and tear on your equipment. It's the fuel. Yeah, economically, some of these contracts just aren't viable. they're not viable. And I know when I did my I did a map look recently at the Calmston Farm map released by Oxygen David. I was really impressed on that map with the pricing for the contracts and how much the contracts were paying out. Even like cultivating contracts, ploughing contracts and that. How much they were paying out. It was nice to see that you could actually financially make a pretty good bit of money from doing the contracting. Right, we've got no more flour at this point. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to trek back to the farm. How is Mr. Auto Drive? He's got one more run to do. He's on his final run of straw selling, which means we must have got through quite a bit of straw now. Yeah, we've got 181,000 litres left, so we've really reduced that down. He's going to be on silage next. He's going to be selling silage next in the coming months, I think. Check the silage prices. Fluctuations. Yeah, he actually wants to be selling silage now. I'm probably going to switch him on to doing silage after he's sold this straw then. Because we're going to need him to do all our selling stuff. Just take a screenshot for the thumbnail. I might have taken two there. Sometimes the game pauses, sometimes it doesn't. Right, off she goes. And like I say, when she comes, once she's delivered this lot, we'll get her on to doing, we'll get her doing the silage. Which is a bit of a pity then that we haven't got a bunker over here. Silage fermented. That's a shame. Because there's a lot in there. How many litres? Doesn't tell me. Ah, that's a shame. So, again, we're looking at what have we got in our silos. We've got some potatoes. Like I say, we talked about this before. January is the time for selling. Canola is December. But everything else pretty much January. The wheat, obviously, I'm going to save for feeding to the chickens. Yeah, we've kind of reached that part of the year now where it's kind of like time for twiddling thumbs. There's a few more spraying jobs just appeared. Soybeans in field 16. Harvesting contract for $3,000. We could do that. No, we can't because I don't own a harvester. I wonder if I should maybe look this winter at investing in my own harvester. I know it's a big outlay. A big outlay. That's for something that you use very infrequently, you know? Just something, I won't want anything ridiculous. We did start with that one, but we got rid of it, didn't we? I think. The New Holland. We've used the case for contracts. We've used the heart class. I don't think I need anything massive, you know. I don't need anything ginormous on this map. Class Dominator. Class Tryon. My Stevie. Tucano. 580. Whole bunch of John Deeres, obviously. New Holland CH10, that's going to be a massive harvester. I think we're probably looking down this end of things. The Rostal Smash is probably a little bit too small. Maybe the New Holland. Could maybe get some, we could maybe get one of these. I mean, it's still 267,000. 282,000 if I go for it with GPS. And then I'm going to need a header as well. What are we looking at header-wise? 42,500 for a header. 48 grand for a slightly bigger header for an extra meter. .12-meter header and a 13.7-meter header. I like the fact that that's got the trailer. I do like built-in header trailers, although it's not so bad now in FS22 because all the header trailers seem to have the locking script that Giants brought out in FS19 with the class DLC, and they seem to have applied that to a lot of the headers and header trailers in the game. Has my truck made it? Has my Massey Ferguson made it back yet? Nope, not quite. Here he comes. Here she comes. Just gonna hop in, if you don't mind. Has it got one more delivery to do? Might have one more delivery to do. Yeah, one more delivery. Off she goes again. She hasn't knocked over any of the little road markers now since I've straightened out some of the waypoints for the auto drive. So yeah, it's a bit strange that there's no real Harvesting contracts. There's a lot of wheat and barley been planted on the field, which isn't going to be harvest ready until next year. So it's going to be interesting that when I'm doing my own wheat and barley harvests on the map, every other flipping chump stain farmer on this map is also going to be wanting wheat and barley harvesting. So there's probably going to be a lot of wheat and barley harvesting contracts, but I'm not going to be able to do them because I'm going to be busy doing my own. Kind of makes you wonder why they don't plant a little bit more variety, doesn't it? Hey? Makes you wonder. Be nice to get a couple more fields as well, I think. Be nice to like kind of complete this bottom corner, this corner of the map. So 43, 44 and 48 mine. I'd like to maybe get 47. 47 is useful because it includes the trees for this little forestry area. So if you do want to do any logging later on, or we ever want to go down the logging road, we can get a bit of loggy stuff. But then there's also the fields over here, which would be nice to get. So we're unloading our straw. £3 grand. Not the most amount of money I've ever made, but every little bit helps. Right, just stop there then please, kiddo. And we're going to now put you on to doing silage instead. And you can load up with silage and sell my silage, and we'll see how much of a trailer of silage fetches. And then that'll probably be the end of today's episode, I think, because it's probably not going to get more interesting than carting. So it probably also means that I'm probably going to do a lot of time skipping, jumping ahead in the next few videos, because there isn't going to be a lot to do in November, probably not going to be a lot to do in December, January. Well, January's sale period, so we might do a video in January where we're looking at selling off the stuff and seeing how much money we get, and then we can see almost like a starting year 4 with hopefully quite a bit of money in the bank and being able to buy and expand a little bit. Maybe get some more fields right at the start of the year that we can work on them throughout the year. That'd be kind of nice, wouldn't it? I mean, if we get a nice day on the map where we've got snow and the map is covered in snow, I might do a video in the snow. Not necessarily doing snow stuff, like snow blowing and stuff, because I don't do that. But we might come out and cultivate our oilseed radish fields in the snow. I think it'll look pretty. But yeah, we'll see what this guy gets for one trailer load of silage, and then we'll probably move on from there a bit. I will, off camera. Like I say, we definitely want to be putting the grapes in next year on that field 34. So that'll be kind of nice for me. Have a whole new crop that I know nothing about. and how to look after it, how to take care of it, how to harvest it, and how to get the best yield. So that's going to be a learning experience for me. Interesting that he switches off right at the end of trailer loading. Why doesn't he switch off at the start? Save a bit of fuel. Got some pallets of honey again. And they spawn with I mean, I think I've got about 18 greenhouses on the map, so obviously honey spawns ridiculously quickly with that many greenhouses. I haven't actually, as yet, I'll be honest, I haven't done a test. I haven't done a test to see if what the yield bonus is. I'm not sure how to even set up doing the test, in all fairness, because I don't know whether you need to have the beehive in place before you do all the work on the field, plant the crop, have the crop grow, and then harvest it to get the bonus from the honeybees, or whether you could just pre-prepare a field ready, like almost to the point where it's ready for harvest the field, and then reload the save, chuck a beehive down, harvest the field, see if there's an actual yield difference. I'm guessing it's probably going to be a case of you need to have the honeybees in place before you plant the field, grow the crops and stuff. And to do a video like that and prepare a video like that would be quite long. It would take a long time to do a video showing whether the bees actually have a meaningful impact on your yield, your crop yields. So, and certainly I think that is something that we'd have to probably wait until we've got better dev tools and better some better mods. Like easy dev controls would probably make doing a test like that a lot easier to do. Although the Grow Now mod allows you to speed up growth, doesn't it, on fields, so you could probably do the test. There we go. 10,000 £10,000 for one trailer load of silage, and we're gonna have another 5 of those before he's done, so that's gonna be another 50,000. I'm quite happy with that. I'm quite happy with that, folks. I'm also quite happy to leave this episode here. Thank you to everyone who's watched today's video. Really hope you've enjoyed it. Please make sure you go ahead and click that like button for me. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're not doing so already. Leave me your comments in the comment section down below. Share the video with everyone you can, everywhere you can, and I'll see you all again next time. From me, CWATTY, here on Haut Beyleron, goodbye for now.